Welcome to the Socially Unfiltered podcast,
where we'll be taking you along for our deep dives and doom scrolls through social media, entrepreneurship, and pop culture.
We're your hosts, Lex and Veronica, and together we're looking at everything through an unfiltered lens on the things that shape our everyday lives and society.
So grab a drink and get ready to explore the uncharted territories of online trends, share candid conversations, and uncover the stories behind the headlines.
This is the Socially Unfiltered podcast. Hey everybody!
Hey everyone, we're plugged in and ready to go.
Yes, and Benny's here, as always.
Hi Benny, right on time, right on cue.
Right on his cue. Do you want to talk about some iconic pop culture moments? Pop culture moments. Haha. Yeah, today we're gonna be going over some iconic pop culture moments that live rent free in our brain forever.
Mm-hmm.
We have a long list, so buckle the fuck up.
Yeah, there a lot more ended up on here than I had originally planned. Hi, Benny. He's like, I have things to say about this topic.
So big, like he looks like a big boy.
I mean, big back.
He gained 4 pounds. But we're
Wow.
not gonna tell anyone. Don't tell the vet.
Don't tell anyone I get West tweets.
Well, like every night after dinner, he like sits there and rings his bowl and like looks so sad. I'm like, he's so hungry, and like, who am I to deny him? Like, if I'm hungry sometimes after dinner, I'll have like a bowl of cereal or like a snack, and I'm like, I can't deny him that.
No, I never tell my dogs that they can't have more food if they want it.
And he wants it every night. So what are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do? Say no to my starving child? That's child abuse.
Like, that's abuse. I can't.
It literally is.
Oh
But yeah, so we're gonna go down another trip on memory lane today. We've been doing this a lot lately.
Yeah, we're just stuck in the 2000s apparently.
Literally.
Sorry. Been to the year 2000.
So like a lot of these are iconic pop culture moments, but we don't just mean iconic like in a good way. Like some of these are like kind of crazy that they happened and like maybe shouldn't have happened, but it's just
I just saw it on the list and it's literally my favorite moment in all of like everything. We'll get there.
Wait, I like want you to say it right now.
Should I?
Yeah.
Tom Holland performing Umbrella.
No, I know. But I put that on. I was adding stuff and I was like, oh my god, this like there's no way that this
I don't
isn't
know how I
also
didn't
on.
even think about that because that is my favorite moment in history of like anything. Like that and like wait, did I even put this on there? Because hold on. This just reminded me of another iconic moment.
List is still being updated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well, so do we start at the top or are we just diving right in?
Yeah.
All right.
Go for it.
So actually a lot of these first start with Britney Spears and also the VMAs. So one of the literal most iconic pop culture moments that lives in my head rent free is it was the 2000 and something VMA very early on, and Britney Spears, Madonna, and Christina Aguilera were all performing together, and Madonna turns to Britney Spears and kisses her on the mouth, and then she turns to Christina Aguilera and kisses her on the mouth, and it was like I remember going to school the next day. Like I don't even remember what grade I was in, but I remember being like, "Did you guys see them all kiss on TV?" It was crazy.
I need to know what year that was because that was insane. And I remember that.
I want to say it was 2001, but that was the year Britney did the snake thing,
2003.
which is the next. Yeah, I knew it was very early 2000s.
That, yeah, I vividly remember I was like, am I straight?
Yeah. Like some things were being questioned. I was like, whoa, I can't believe they're showing this on TV. Like it was just a jump scare in a lot of
actually,
ways.
I don't think that I was only 5. So I think I saw it like 2 years or 3 years later because I moved to America when I was 7. So I don't think I watched it like happen in the time that it happened, but I watched it after the fact.
I mean, I was only
still being talked about for
a long
time. Yeah.
I mean, even now, like I feel like that was truly one of the most like uncensored 2000s TV was wild.
I know.
But another one from a VMAs was Britney Spears's "Slave for You" performance from the 2001 VMAs. That also lives rent
Mhm.
free in my head. Is when she comes out with the snake and she
Yes.
rips the clothes off and she like has the bare bodysuit on.
Mhm.
Love that for her.
Yeah,
I'm
that
so
was and I remember her talking about that in her book. She was, like, absolutely terrified, and she couldn't wait for the moment she could just give the snake back, like,
yeah,
that would petrify me, like, that
I
was
could
but it was
never.
so iconic, and now it's forever ingrained in everyone's brain because
Like
that's
it's a
what she did that.
Halloween costume every year.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
somebody always has the snake in her like bodysuit era.
Yes.
And I love that.
Yeah.
Maybe
This
that's
what
what
we
I'll do.
talked about, last the last episode, I feel like. We talked about when Miley Cyrus was, like, smoking weed, and it
Oh
was, like
yeah.
and at the VMAs when she was smoking weed, and it was, like, a
And
whole thing.
twerking on Robin Thicke, and it was
That was
like,
yeah, what the that era was crazy. I went to her Miley and the Dead Pets tour, and it was like, I was like, "You don't even need to be tripping because you just, like"
no, she was so trippy in that era.
it was crazy. Yeah, I don't know what that was, but
I loved that era. Like Wrecking Ball was my favorite time of her. I'm like, yes, queen, like
yeah.
break free from
I
what
liked
like
that.
this
I'm just
box.
like Pablo the Blowfish, the song, like, and she was here at if you're from Boston, she was at the House of Blues. I'm like, this is Miley fucking Cyrus, and she's at this small venue, like, because this, and literally 2 years before that, she did like a giant tour and was at like TD Garden, which is like the biggest.
Right.
Like,
To
it
just go to
was,
House of Blues.
yeah, it was just kind of, I mean, it just described the era she was in. But I love that for her. It was a
Yeah.
journey, and she's
Yeah, it's
thriving now.
everybody's gotta try it out.
But
Did you see, her interview on Call Her Daddy? Or
mhm.
I don't know if it was on Call Her Daddy, but it was, like, with Alex, and she just, like, very much did not, like, wanna talk about a lot of that stuff, and I was like, "Oh, so you're healing, like, you're moving past all of these, like, eras that you previously had, and you just really don't wanna think about it." Like, love that for you.
Yeah, that was the first, like, celebrity interview Alex did, I'm pretty sure, on her own with like, that was the first interview of a celebrity, was Miley
Oh, really?
Cyrus.
Was there a more recent one?
No, she only did one with Miley Cyrus. She did
Oh,
Tish and, Brandy. She did Miley
mm,
Cyrus, like,
a long
was
time
it
ago?
yeah, like, 2 years ago?
Maybe I just saw it recently and just thought it was
Oh, yeah, maybe that's
a
why.
more recent interview. Oops, my bad. Um, but then also on the topic of Miley Cyrus, her versus Selena Gomez was also an entire era of
Mhm.
and then all like Selena finds herself in a lot of weird beef sometimes.
I know. Well, do you remember those videos that they did back and forth to each other? Like, I think it was Selena and her friend did a video. And they were like oh, no, it was Selena and Demi, I'm pretty sure, and they were like, "Yo, yo, yo," and they were just doing, like, a funny, like, webcam video, and then Miley Cyrus and her
Mhm.
friend Mandy, for everyone that didn't
Yes.
was not watching this, they, like,
Miley and
recreated
Mandy show.
it. Yeah, they recreated it and were, like, making fun of the gap in Demi Lovato's teeth, and, like, it was, like
Oh my
you
god,
remember
I
that?
do remember this.
Yes,
Yes.
the
Wow, that
gap.
just unlocked something in my brain. Yeah,
I
I
know.
remember that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so that reminded me
Yep.
of that too,
Because
'cause they have
there
so much
that
beef.
was also, like, Selena and a bunch of her friends and, like, Miley Cyrus and a bunch of her friends, they all were, like, all over YouTube at that time. Like, they were
Yes.
all, like, do you remember the videos that
Right.
I think it was mostly Selena and, like, all of them, they were, like, they would make, like, dancing videos, but they were, like, funny. Do you know what I'm talking about? And
Yes.
it was
Oh, yeah.
exactly like you said, the, like, webcam videos. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
literally unlocking a hidden memory in my brain. Yeah.
And do you remember the "Call Me Maybe" video that, like, Ashley
Yeah, yes,
Tisdale
yes,
and that's
yes,
where,
yes,
like,
yes.
Selena and
That's what
Justin
I'm
were, like
thinking of.
yeah.
Mhm, and they get, like,
Yeah, they
really
all
close, yeah, and then
yeah,
yes, 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 yes. I remember okay, wow. Yeah, that's exactly what I think of in my brain is, like, they would make those, like, singing and
yeah,
dancing videos, but they were, like, funny, like, it wasn't, like, them
yeah.
actually, like, trying to dance. Wow.
I know,
What a time.
I know.
Early YouTube. We're
So
actually gonna save that for a different episode that we're gonna talk about soon
yeah,
is
yeah.
the early days of YouTube.
Yeah, we can't get into that yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah, the "Call Me Maybe" video, don't even know how many times that replayed for me because
Mhm.
I just watched over and over to watch Selena and Justin Bieber almost
Yes.
kiss every single time. That was an iconic video.
Very iconic. Broke YouTube at the time.
This pop culture moment where Beyonce's at an interview and the lady was like, "You are Beyonce." And she's like, "Thank you." Like, I
It's
wanna
like,
be that.
yeah,
I wanna be that
it's so
person.
funny.
That's like, "Yeah, I am. Thank you."
Like, it's a compliment to be told that you are Beyonce.
Yes, that was iconic.
I don't know about the next one.
Oh, this is just another interview, but it's with Shawn Mendes, and they're, like, talking about mental health, and she's like, "Yeah, like, it's really big that you're talking about it, and, I struggle with anxiety," and he just goes, "Amazing," because he was
I've
after
never
talking.
seen that.
You haven't?
No.
Hold on. I need
Wait,
to
I
play it.
need to, though.
It's so funny. Or
That's
wait, you
so
play it
funny.
because I want you to see it. Put in Shawn Mendes mental health
Okay, hold
interview.
on.
It's so funny. I think because he's, like, agreeing with things as she's, like, talking, he's like, "Yeah, yeah," and then she said that, and he's like, "Amazing."
I do not remember this happening, but that's really funny because, yeah, you can tell he's just like, "Okay, yeah, great," like, agreeing with what she's saying, but
Not
just
even
not
listening.
no,
I'm like,
that's so funny.
"Amazing.
Never seen that. That
I
is so
love that you
funny.
have anxiety." That was so funny.
Amazing. I mean, that's how we respond to it, but we're not
I know.
trying to be funny.
Yeah, and being interviewed by somebody as a
Yeah.
celebrity. Wait,
And then there
I saw a meme about this next one, and it was like, "If anything can get me, like, to rise out of the dead, it's this music video. It's the Beauty and a Beat."
I remember sitting on YouTube and watching this, like, over and over and over.
Yes.
'Cause all I need like,
Water, the dancers,
the camera
the grinding on Nicki Minaj, the camera,
mhm.
his
The
tight
camera
low pants. This is Beauty and a Beat. I don't know if you heard that. Justin Bieber and Nicki Minaj music video. Iconic. Like, that could actually, I think, get me out of a coma.
Yeah, rise me out of my casket for
So,
sure.
take note
Mhm.
if
And it was,
ever.
like, the first well, I guess not the first time because he had done songs with, like, Ludacris at that point, and I think Usher too, obviously, but, like
And Chris Brown.
and Chris Brown,
That
but
Chris
to
Brown
do a
one
s
also lives rent free in my head. I forget what it was called.
yes. But to do a song with Nicki Minaj, I feel like was, like I mean, she was huge at the time. Like,
Yes.
it was poppin' with the 2 of them.
But I gotta
It was
keep an
just, like,
eye out
such
for
a
Selena.
crossover. Wait, what?
So, but I gotta keep an eye out for Selena.
Yeah,
That was
remember,
her
like, when
iconic
she said
line.
that? Like,
Yes.
it's funny that that's, like, in a song out
Don't
there.
you think about how, like, Haley can't listen to that
Yeah,
in
there's,
too
like,
long?
certain songs that yeah, embarrassing.
She's like, "No, I'm still out here keeping an eye out for Selena."
No, literally. She's like, "I relate to it too much, actually, that's why I can't listen to
Yeah, literally. She's like, "Yeah, I've been keeping an eye, okay?"
it." She's been keeping an eye wait, is she still copying a bunch of her Instagram posts?
I don't know, I haven't seen much lately.
I haven't really seen anything from her since they announced a
Now that
baby
she's
Bieber.
preggo. I know, we need to do a whole deep dive on Justin,
That
Haley, Selena
situation.
triangle. Yes.
Mhm.
Need a whole deep dive on that.
Yeah.
I'm very passionate about it.
Are you guys talking about Marie Antoinette?
Is this fucking play about us?
Um, well,
Good.
going a little further back, I don't know if this was like as iconic to a lot of people as it was to me, mostly because my grandma like was obsessed with Martha Stewart. So when this happened, it was like crazy. But when she went to prison, that was a crazy like I just remember being like, how is sweet little Martha Stewart, like little baker, homemaker, going to prison. And then she came out and
I don't
now
know about this.
You don't. So she got in trouble for like basically siphoning money, like for lack of better terms. Yeah. So she lied about a stock trade. She allegedly stole her stake in some biopharmaceutical company. But then when she got out, now she does like all of these collabs with Snoop Dogg and like
Mhm.
smokes a bunch of weed. Like the like journey of Martha Stewart, I think, has just been
Crazy.
crazy. But yeah, I remember her going to prison over that, and that was pretty iconic in my time because I just knew her as this like cute little old woman who baked and had a show on the Food Network. And then all of a sudden she went to prison.
Yeah, I just remember the Snoop Dogg era, and he's, like, weirdly blowing up again for doing random stuff, like, he's a
Side questing.
yeah, like, on The Voice and, like,
He's at the Olympics. He's like basically
Olympics. Yeah,
promoting the Olympics.
like,
Yeah.
what? It's just I'm like,
Did you
"That's not
see
a
the one
rebrand."
clip of him and they're watching the horses and he's like, "They call this equestrian." And the other guy's like, "Oh, wow." And like the horse starts like trotting sideways and he goes, "Look, that horse is crip walking." So, and like on the national broadcast for the Olympics.
Oh
It's
my
so funny.
god, he's
And then
so
like they keep
unserious.
he's so unserious. They keep, like, showing him in the crowd, and he's, like, dancing and, like, piping up, like, Simone Biles, and her mom's sitting there, like, so nervous, like, for her, like, to go, and Snoop Dogg's like, "Woo." Like, it's so fucking funny, the side
So
quests that
funny.
he's on right now.
Yeah,
But, yeah, I
he's
just
just
heard
out
that
here.
he's gonna be on The Voice. I actually
Mhm.
only heard about it because we were watching him on the Olympics, and they were talking about it.
Oh,
That
awesome.
was the first time it's ever happened, like, intentionally.
Nope. Oh, there we go.
It switched
Oh,
sides that time.
yeah, that's weird. Our, little thumbs up icons that
They're
always pop up
back.
when we're recording. No, yeah, love that for Snoop. He's just out here vibing. We love that
He'd
for
be
him.
side questing. He'd be side questing. Okay, so this was also a long time ago, but do you remember when Ashley Simpson got caught lip syncing on SNL?
No.
So it was a really long time ago, like 2001, 2, it had to have been. And she was the performer on SNL that night. And she goes to like come out to like start her set. And a different like the words of a different song start playing. Like the band, like it was, she was blatant, and it's on
Oh,
Saturday Night Live. Like it was
no.
live, there was no taking it back. And then she kind of like fell off from music for a long time. But she did actually just either last week or the week before, she put out an extended version of her album that has like pieces of me on it. There's like 3 or 4 new songs on it. I didn't listen to them, but I saw that she did that and thought it was really cool because I'm like, wow, last time you were like super relevant, you got caught lip syncing on live
That's
television,
so funny.
which like I don't even care. Like I don't
No,
even
they all do
care.
it.
Yeah, it's just funny that it was on one of the only shows that's like live on television.
Like, of course. That just reminded me of Ali and AJ too. I think they're coming back. They're, like, making music again. Also, they look
Yes.
the fucking same. I'm like, "Are you guys vampires?"
No, literally.
It's kinda
I
crazy.
loved them. Yeah,
Me
because
too.
they put out the remake of their song that it was like, and they added the word fuck.
Yeah.
And it was my fucking
"It took
birthday.
too
Like,
long, it took too long, it took too long for you to call back."
yes. They
Yeah.
remade that song, but instead of saying "my stupid birthday," they said "my fucking
Yes.
birthday." And I was like, "Oh,
Yes.
so we are all grown up."
Yeah.
Love that.
And they look the actual same. It's crazy.
Mhm. Yeah, they
They did not
definitely
age.
at all.
Girly pops are girly popping again.
No, I love this era of, like, Tate McRae, Sabrina Carpenter. Like, we are in such a good, like, girly pop music era right
But at
now,
the
I
same
feel like.
time, I feel like music sucks. Like, we have nothing like what it used to be. Like, I need T-Pain. I want,
Oh,
like
I don't think
I want
anything is ever
T.I.
gonna be
back.
like that. No, 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 no.
Like,
I
we will
also
never
don't
have
think
music like that again. It's not, like,
no,
hip hop and, like, it's just not good anymore. Like,
no. But
and
that's
that's why all
also
these people
why
are coming back because 'cause they're like, "The fuck? You guys have nothing."
that's what I was just gonna say is T-Pain, like, even now, like, it's not like we need a new T-Pain to, like, be the new generation's T-Pain, like, our T-Pain is the new generation's T-Pain because he just
Yeah.
never went anywhere, like,
No.
he's still out here, his concerts look actually, like, so much fun,
I know.
but no, I don't in any means think that they are comparable to like when we had like Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera,
Mhm.
Pink, like when we had all of
Oh my
those
god,
like girly pop eras, Avril Lavigne, like I don't think
yes.
like I think that's iconic to us like for our own reasons. I don't by any means think the people now are like comparable to that, but I think in terms of like options, I think we have the most options of like fun
Yeah,
girly pop entertainers right now because
yeah.
I feel like for a long time we had like Taylor Swift, Beyonce,
Mhm.
and then it kind of like now is in this like again Tate McRae era, like the Chapel Roan girl. Like I'm not like a huge fan or anything, but like people are having so much fun with that, and like the
Mhm.
stupid dance is stuck in my head. Like they're doing their job of making it like fun again, I think.
Yeah.
But we will never have another era like the early
No.
2000s. I don't think ever.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I think Tate McRae is the closest to, like, a Britney pop icon
Mhm.
for me.
Yeah,
I'm obsessed with her. But
yeah,
anyway.
yeah. I only really know like a few of her songs,
Oh my
and
god, I
it's
know
not.
every single one. I'm, like, dying to go to her concert. I'm obsessed with her. She's such a performer, like,
Oh, yeah, no,
ugh,
everything I've seen of her, I'm like, "You are amazing." I just have never, like
amazing.
that is so
So if
funny.
someone
I
wants to
love
go to Tate McRae in Boston, let me know unless it's sold out, but
we'll find a way in. If you
yeah,
wanna go, like, sit outside and listen together and
honestly, I would.
dance in the parking lot.
I would. She's from here, so well,
Is
Connecticut.
she
I
really?
think she's from Connecticut.
The Northeast has, like
So
I
many
feel like the
people.
yeah,
I
like
know.
Alex Cooper, Brianna Chicken Fry, like, there are
Mhm.
so many people that come out of that area.
Oh, just kidding. She was born in Canada. Duh, she
Okay,
was born in
well, the
Calgary.
North.
I should know this about her.
That's so funny. I would've n
Oh,
I
it's
was
because she met her ex in Boston, and she has, like, this song about him meeting him in
mm,
Boston. Yeah,
that
so
makes way
she's
more
from
sense.
Canada, so literally never fucking mind about whatever I'm saying.
Okay, well, good to know. Well, at least we'll know if we ever get, like, quizzed on it now in the future.
Yeah, just in
Like, if
case.
there's ever a, trivia night about Tate McRae, we'll know where she's from.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she has, like, an album called Calgary or, like, a song named that, and I'm over
Oh.
here like, "Connecticut."
That's really funny. I had no idea.
Uh, that's funny. Okay, anyways.
That
Oh
is
my
really
god.
funny.
Janet Jackson's Super Bowl nip slip, yeah, that was wild.
Again,
Ugh,
uncensored live television is so funny. Like, it's just so ballsy. There's so much room for error. I can't believe people do it.
I
Like
know, and I saw, like, multiple things that are like, "Oh, it was meant to happen, they meant to do this," and
Mhm.
I don't know, it's
No,
just
I think it was a wardrobe malfunction, and I think
yeah,
it was on live television, unfortunately. Like,
yeah,
I think there was just no avoiding it. Or maybe it was on purpose. I don't know. Because in the last few years, I low key think the Super Bowl is like a little ritualistic. And apparently, a
mhm,
bunch of people go missing from the Super Bowl every year. So I think it's like a very high trafficking area.
yeah,
So
I'm
I
not
don't know.
surprised.
I have weird feelings about the Super Bowl. So maybe the nip slip was intentional, but I don't think it was. But I think it
Yeah,
was really
it
funny.
didn't seem like it, but
No,
that was crazy.
definitely did not seem like it. And again, this is what I mean by like I don't think of that and I'm like, "Oh my god, that was iconic of her nipple to
No.
come out." Like I think of that as like, "Holy shit, a nipple came out on live television." Like that was like an iconic moment like in pop culture,
It's just a
not like
moment you don't forget,
you
like,
never yeah,
at a
yeah, yeah,
Super
yeah.
Bowl, you just
Mhm.
don't forget it.
No.
Oh my god.
And
Now
then we already said it, but Tom Holland performing Umbrella
oh, it's my favorite thing
on
ever.
it was the lip sync show, right?
Yeah, it was, like, the lip
Mhm.
sync battle with him and Zendaya, and this was, like, before they were
Mhm.
dating, I'm pretty sure. They were
Yeah,
dating,
it
but it wasn't, like, out, I think, and
was like very early.
she did Bruno Mars and he did Umbrella, and, like, if you have not watched this performance, like, stop what you're doing, stop listening to us, and go fucking watch Tom Holland performing Umbrella because I was like
It's so good.
"Wow." Like, wow.
What
It's
do I even do with this?
how do I react? Like, oh my god. I'm like, why is
I
it
never
so hot and he's in, like, a dress?
it's so hot and it really is not meant to be, I don't think. I didn't see that so did you, like, watch that show? Like, when it was
No,
on? Yeah, me
no.
either. I just, like, saw the clip of it, like, I don't even think I saw it, like, when it happened. Like, I think it was, like, a few years later. I was not, like, well-versed in that at all, but
No, that and the Jenna Dewan doing Pony on Channing Tatum
yes.
live rent free in my brain, and, like, oh my god, like, those are
Where a
just
lot of
so
your
iconic.
inspiration came from one
Yeah,
might say.
honestly, yeah, I think that's, like, where it all I'm like, "I could do that." Pony is, like, my song, like,
It's
I
your
will
party
read
trick.
it. Yeah, it's my little party trick. I'm no Channing Tatum, but, like, maybe a close second
Pretty close.
or
You
third.
get the job done, for sure,
Yeah.
backwards hat and all. You always
Yes.
have the accessories. You're
Yeah.
never taking the performance light. You show up to rehearsal and you don't leave until the routine is
The
clean.
routine is clean, and it is
By
not.
yourself alone in your bedroom.
No, literally, yeah. Yeah.
Um,
So I was like, "Wow, Jenna Dewan's my hero."
yeah, I'm sure there's gotta be, like, a lot of other hidden gems on there too. Those are just, like, the 2 that are, like, rent free to me.
Yes. Oh my
I
god,
never, like, watched the whole show or anything.
me either. The duo is
Um,
iconic.
yeah, the whole show. But maybe that's something we need to do a deep dive on.
Mhm.
Okay, so next one is also a topic that was relatively new to me this year. I got super no, was it this year or last year? No, it was definitely this year because okay, so Scandoval, I feel like rocked the Bravo world slash everybody knew about it. Like everybody was talking about it, even if you didn't understand like the craziness of it.
Yeah.
Like, it was literally, like, head time on, like or headlining, like, the New York Times. Like, that's
Yeah.
crazy for some just reality show, but I didn't get into this until after this happened. Like, my sister had been begging me for years to watch Vanderpump Rules. I'm like, "No, I don't need another reality show." Finally gave in and watched all of it in, like, 3 or 4 weeks a few months ago. Like, it was, like, the beginning of this year, but I remember starting to be interested in it when Scandoval happened, and then learning everything that there was to know about it made it like 20 times crazier. So
Mhm.
this made the list as like a this was crazy, but I know not everybody was like as invested in it as I became because
Yeah.
I like fell down the rabbit hole of it.
Oh, I definitely fell down the rabbit hole. I never watched I'm not a pop or not a pop, not
Mhm.
not a reality TV person, so I don't
Mhm.
watch that stuff, but when this was going on, I, like, was looking at everything, I was, like, in it, I understood
Mhm.
what was going on. Now Ariana's fucking thriving, she looks amazing. Like, she's, on the new Love Island, right? I saw
Mhm.
she's, like, the
Yeah, she's hosting that.
host, yeah, her fucking outfits, I'm like, "Damn, you
Mhm.
glowing
Yeah, no,
up."
she's
She's got a new
thriving.
boyfriend.
Mhm.
Also,
Yep.
yeah, Love Island, I feel like is popping off this season too, like,
I, like, don't do shows like, I don't
me
do
neither.
dating shows or love shows like that. Like, it's ac we were even just talking about this, like, we've been watching The Mole, and, like, I'm not usually into, like, game shows like that, but
Mhm.
I really don't do, like, dating shows like that. Like, I really like, even Love Is Blind, I watched the first 2
Oh,
seasons, and,
yeah,
like,
this
that
past
was
one I
even
watched was dumb, it was so
yeah,
fucking
I think
dumb.
they all get so dumb after a while. Like, I just have no I
Like,
have
you
no
all just come
interest in
on
it.
here because you wanna be fucking Instagram famous.
Exactly, that's how I start to feel about it, and, like, the whole Love Island, I mean, obviously, that's incredibly popular, so, like, I love that for other people, I just I'm not into
I just wonder what's
shows
going
like
on
that.
because everyone is, like, popping off like, even Alex
Mhm.
had 2 people from Love Island back to back because everyone was, like, freaking out
Oh.
about this
Oh, yeah,
couple.
the one girl that sits like this the
Yeah.
whole time.
Yeah, Leah and Josh or something, I don't know
Mhm.
them, but oh my god, this next one, yeah, forgot about this.
Oh, this is, again, not iconic in a way that I think this should have happened, like, I think this was devastating and, like, a very this was crazy, but Kanye interrupting Taylor Swift accepting her award to say that Beyoncé had the best album of all time. Like, it's so fucked up, he should not have done that, like, whether you like Taylor Swift or not, like, it was just super fucked up of him to do that, but it started like so not only was him, like, doing that crazy, but then it started her whole like after that happened, Taylor Swift went dark for like 2 years. Like she did
Mhm.
not post, she did not make money, she was not on or make music, she wasn't on social media. And then she came back with the Reputation album and was like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck
Yeah,
you,
literally.
he's lying, fuck Kanye. Like I like it started like this whole wave of shit with her. So like as much as I hate that it happened in general, I think it kickstarted a huge part of her career,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Reputation was my favorite fucking thing that ever happened. So
Yeah, no, that was
I love
iconic of her, and, yeah, I think this whole beef is and it's still going on because of the new
it.
album with, like, "Thank You, Amy" or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's still going on, so in a way, he kind of well, he didn't he put in a song, "I Made That Bitch Famous"?
Yes, he
And that
did.
wasn't approved by her, and it was like a and that was another whole thing too with that song,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah, that's like it, and then it turned into not just her and Kanye fighting, it turned into her and Kim fighting because Kim doctored the recording of the call and like made it sound different than it was. And then Taylor
Mhm,
came out and was like, "Oh, you want to fucking play that game? Like here's all of the receipts." Like it was just crazy on her end. Like I
mhm.
felt very bad for her through that time, but I think it's
I
crazy for
also
her
just think
career.
about, like, Kim's kids and, like, all of them loving Taylor Swift because I'm pretty
Right,
sure
like
they
are
do.
you yeah, are you
Like,
just not allowed to? Like are
yeah,
you
you're not
just
allowed to listen to her in the
yeah.
house, like, it's Kim's probably, like, punching the
Imagine.
air because she's like, "Damn it, I wanna go to the Eras tour."
No, literally, and she probably could buy out the entire arena for it if she wanted to,
Literally.
but Kim probably won't let her, and that's what it's funny that you say that because I just saw a TikTok that was, like, about, Jason Kelsey, is that his name?
Yeah,
And his wife and
Kylie.
having their kids, and they're like, "Do these kids, like, even understand the magnitude that, like, Taylor Swift is their aunt?" Like, you're just casually thrown into this family, and all of
Oh,
a
that's
sudden
so weird to think about,
yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah,
crazy.
like, I mean, obviously,
Well,
that requires
technically
them to,
not
like
yet, but
not technically, but, like, in retrospect, like, all of a sudden your uncle started dating Taylor Swift. Like, that's fucking crazy, and, like, you as a young girl have to be like but it's also weird because like, I always wonder, like because I don't remember, like, at what age do you acknowledge, like I feel like young kids could be in the room with her and not really, like, acknowledge, like, how crazy it is that it's Taylor Swift, you know what I mean?
mhm. They have to be very
Like,
young,
to
I
them,
feel
it's
like, though.
just like, "Oh my god, like, yay, Taylor Swift," not like, "Holy fuck, you're a sold out tour, traveling, jet setting, dating, travel," like, they don't look at it like that. They're just like, "Oh my god, I love your music." Like, I
Yeah.
just wonder, like, when it starts to be like, "Holy fuck, my uncle's dating Taylor Swift."
Well, I feel like all of them are on social media now, even, like, being so young, so I feel like now I think that starts younger than it did for us
Mhm.
because we, like, didn't have access to all the social media stuff, we kinda just
Right,
listened to the music and loved that, and that's what we had in our minds. Now it's like the kids have the social like, social media, and they're able to see these headlines and all these things, so I think it
right.
registers for them a lot younger because 'cause they're seeing all
Mhm.
that stuff on, like,
Yeah,
podcasts
we weren't
and
seeing
TikTok and
Instagram
Instagram and
posts.
no, like, we weren't
Mhm.
seeing anything, it was just,
With
like,
millions of likes, yeah.
CDs and TV, like, we saw TV commercials and CDs and like, that's it. So I feel like for us, it was
Listen
developed
on the
later
radio.
on. Now
Mhm.
it's, like, very early.
Yeah, that's an amazing point because it's 100% true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, we weren't seeing stuff like that. Like, they were like
We didn't know what they
a
were doing
celebrity
on, like, a Friday night or a Saturday
right.
night, like
Mhm. Yeah, now we're like, "Oh, let me pull up and see what they posted on Instagram last, and I can probably figure out, like, where in the world she is." Like,
yes,
yeah,
it's
that's
crazy.
very true. How old are their kids? I
I
don't
don't
even
know.
know kids'
Probably on
ages.
the younger side, right?
4, 3, and 1. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
so they're
yeah.
still, like, real little.
Yeah, they're probably not on social media.
Their 3 daughters' names are Wyatt, Elliot, and Bennett. I
Oh,
fucking
that's cute.
love that.
I like
I
Bennett.
love that. Benny?
Benny.
So enough about Taylor Swift. What about Fyre Festival?
Oh my god, dude. This was bad. This was so bad. I feel horrible for so
I
bad. I went.
I think what shocks me the most about
Wasn't he
that whole
trying to do
situation.
that this year?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say is he's trying to do it again. He got out of jail
Yeah.
and tried to do Fyre Fest 2.0.
Yeah, because we
And there
talked
were
about
people
this, I
that
remember. People were
people that
signing up.
still got into it. Yes. I'm like, I don't
Wait, when was it supposed to happen? Because wasn't it, like, this year?
it was either this year or last year because he Fyre Festival 2. Oh god, there's a whole like website for it.
Still in the works. I signed up for text alerts in order to follow how things are progressing because I live for the drama. Tickets are selling out quickly, and he keeps adding more and more expensive packages, including one he just dropped today for over $1 million. The text he sent announcing the ticket was so ridiculous. I thought it was a joke at first. It wasn't.
Wait, this
It's
says
happening in 2025.
I was gonna say, yeah, I
Tuca.
just found the tickets for it.
Who wants to come?
That is so funny. Did you watch? I watched like every
Yeah,
documentary about that
I
came
watched.
out. Like
Yeah,
I
I watched the
had
documentary.
to. I had to know everything because I'm like, see,
More
this
than
is
$30 million in debt, but still plans Fyre Festival 2.0. Can
like
you imagine
from
me?
jail. He was planning it.
$30 million in debt. Oh my god, that gives
I
me.
can never.
And he's 32.
God, that gives me anxiety. But I guess like I don't know. Remember when the whole submarine thing happened too, and we're like, wow, why would anybody pay to go down? Like I feel like at
Yeah.
some point you just have so much money that you like run out of things to do with it that you're like, fuck it, I'll buy this $1 million ticket to a festival that might not happen. Like I feel like at some point it just becomes like a joke to these like super wealthy people.
Yeah, it's actually insane. Like, you're bored? Go solve world hunger.
No, literally. Like you could be doing
Go
something
save
so much
some
better.
animals. Like, come on. Jesus
Go pick
Christ.
up the beach.
Yeah, like, I can name a
Volunteer at a
million things
dog
to do
shelter.
aside from going in the deep, dark ocean, but
Or
that's
going to
my opinion.
Fyre Festival.
Or going to Fyre Festival. Or any
And there
festival,
were people that went, like, there were people that literally went, like, still even up until the day before, they're like, "Oh, we don't have a lineup, like, everything's still being announced," and these people got on a fucking plane and went. Like, I
Mhm.
just don't
No food, no water.
these
It's
sandwiches.
actually it's just like actually the show Survivor.
No, literally.
Like, without knowing it, you just sign up for Survivor.
Oh, so funny. Okay, so wait, circling back to Nicki Minaj, do you remember the her and Miley feud?
Yes.
And her saying Miley was good,
Yes. Back to
literally
this bitch who had a lot to say about me.
in
I
the
don't know if it
press
was
last
in the
week.
press. Yeah. Miley was good. And Miley
What
played it
was
off
it?
so well.
Wait, what was it about? I don't remember what it was about though. I
I don't
remember it
remember
was
what it was about
Miley
either.
Cyrus saying something about Nicki Minaj, like she was saying in like a judgy way, but I don't remember what it was.
I don't either. I don't know what she said. I just remember what she said on the stage, where she
Miley
was
was
like, "We're
good.
both in this industry," like, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, wait. Nicki Minaj explains why she called out Miley Cyrus.
The
She said a few days before this, Cyrus told the Times before the award show that Minaj's complaints were not polite and they were just about herself. So it was something that they like did that Nicki Minaj was like complaining about. And Miley just said like even after the reporter conducting the interview tried to explain the larger cultural critique Minaj was making, Cyrus didn't back down though, which of course led to the shade thrown around the world. Yeah, basically just her saying she didn't like the way Nicki Minaj said something, which but it was like it's like routinely trending on TikTok though. Like it makes me happy every time it like comes back
I know.
around.
That was wild.
That was funny. Miley was good.
I'd have shit myself if Nicki Minaj said that to me.
I would have quit my
Like,
career. I would have left the industry and you never would have seen me again.
and this was in Miley's crazy stage too, so
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, it
wild.
was so long ago.
I used to love when they did this. When Disney and Nickelodeon crossed over their shows. Yeah, that's oh
Literally,
yeah, Sweet Life, Hannah Montana, iCarly even did it, but that's not
and they
Disney.
even
Or
did it with like
Nickelodeon did it, yeah.
yeah. And like they would do it with like cartoons too. Like remember when they did Jimmy Neutron and
Oh yeah,
Fairly Odd Parents?
yes. Yes,
And
I loved that.
SpongeBob did some too, I think. They all did. Like the Disney ones were always, I don't know what word I'm trying to use. I don't want to use the word iconic because I liked Nickelodeon more than Disney, but like the Disney ones were like, I don't know, like even remember it wasn't Camp Rock, but it was that other show that they were on and they would go perform in the Allie and AJ world. Or not Allie and AJ, Austin and Allie. Do you know what I'm
Oh,
talking
yes.
about?
Uh-huh.
And they would all like go like musically perform or like
Yeah.
in shows they would be like, "Oh my god, the Jonas Brothers are coming to
Yes.
perform." Like I
Yes.
loved when they did that.
Same. That was so fun.
Or even there were episodes of Hannah Montana where they talked about like Billy Ray Cyrus being like
Uh-huh.
a country musician in real, not like in real life, but like I
Yes.
just love when they bring like real life into like the scripted
I know. Same.
shows like that.
Do you ever watch Big Time Rush?
That was like right, like I what just missed it. I know what it was and I know who they are, but I never watched the show.
They're trying so hard right now to like make a comeback, and I just
They
don't
really?
think it's working. Yeah.
They had oh, it's working?
No, I
They
said I
had
don't think it's working.
oh.
They're trying really hard to like bring it back, and I'm like, "Ugh, it's just you had your teenagers that were obsessed with you, but now they look
Mm.
a lot older."
Wow, they were 2010. I just don't feel like it was that long ago. Yeah, they have a lot of songs that I really like, actually.
It's wild that it was 14 years ago. Like 2010 was 14
Yeah,
years
that's
ago.
insane. Because I feel like so correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't Big Time Rush and like One Direction kind of at the same time? Like those boy bands were kind of like all like I leaned I wonder when
I mean, yeah, I wasn't like huge about I liked the show. I mean, I liked their
Mhm.
music, but I wasn't like I was a One Direction girl for sure.
Yeah, me too. Steal My Girl is like still one
Ah,
of my like top 5 songs ever.
God, it's so good.
Always on in the grocery store and it makes me so happy.
I fucking loved One Direction so much.
Me too. But yeah, Big Time Rush, I like just missed that show. It was like right when Nickelodeon started going back to, or no, were they on Nickelodeon or
Yeah.
Disney? Nickelodeon.
Mhm.
Like right when Nickelodeon started adding like more real life people shows
Mhm.
was like right when I kind of tapped out of them. Like iCarly, Sam and Cat even like pushed it a little bit. Like I never really watched
I didn't watch
that.
that either, yeah. Drake and Josh and iCarly was like the 2
Mhm.
that
Yeah,
I
that was
watched.
kinda where I kinda tapped out. Yeah, because that one episode, we even went back and looked at, like, the shows that are, like, actively on Nickelodeon now. I'm like, "I don't know any of these." There's a
No.
real life Fairly Odd Parents, like,
What?
so weird.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's
it's so
crazy.
weird.
Um,
Mhm.
Lex sent me the other day the cast of SpongeBob singing "Espresso" by Sabrina Carpenter,
Oh,
and it was the best thing ever. It was so good.
what are you about to say?
It was so good.
Oh my god. That's
You're
that
always scared
meme,
of what I'm gonna say,
espresso.
as if I'm out here like,
Well, no, I just always forget, like, I'm like, "What did I say last week?" Like, I couldn't tell you.
she's just
Like, you
always
could
afraid
bring
of
up
what's gonna come out of my mouth as if we can't edit it out.
well, no, I just never know what it's gonna be, so I'm, like, bracing myself for, did I say something dumb? Did I say
Brace
something
for impact. Uh, nope,
That's
just
so
the
funny.
cast of SpongeBob singing
A
"Espresso."
SpongeBob classic. That
Casual.
was really funny, though, and it's not it's, like, all of them, like, there's Pearl, there's Mr.
Yeah,
Krabs, there's Squidward and Plankton, like, they all have a different part. It's
it's
so
so
good.
good.
And I wonder why like, why were they even together doing that? Like, that's so weird and
They
random.
probably were doing some, like, I don't know.
Promo.
Yeah, like something.
That's so funny.
Bring SpongeBob back.
Bringing SpongeBob back 2024. I mean, no, I think it's, like, still technically on, isn't it? Like, I think there are
Oh,
new
yeah.
episodes of SpongeBob
Really?
actively I think so.
New episodes?
Think so.
Oh my god, we need to watch.
Let me see. Are new episodes of SpongeBob coming out in September of 2023 has been renewed for season 15. The
Stop.
new season will consist of 26 episodes. Um,
Wait, we need to watch it, like,
wait, SpongeBob turns 25 this year.
no.
Yeah, they started airing on Monday, February 12th, according to the internet.
Also, how do you keep the same voice for that many years? Like these actors.
I mean, at this point, they probably just use AI, but
Right.
just kidding. I hope they don't.
I hope
They
they
definitely don't. We watched all of the actors
don't. I know,
sing
sing
espresso.
espresso. They still got it.
That's crazy. I did not realize SpongeBob was still putting out 25 new episodes. And it turns 25 this year. That's insane.
Cute. I'll be watching.
Yeah, might tune in. And then the last one that we have on our list for today is Kylie Jenner hiding an entire pregnancy and all of a sudden popping up one day with a full-grown baby
Mm-hmm.
in a YouTube video.
Yes. And the iconic line of, so I'm 34 weeks today. And everyone uses that line. Yeah, that
I
was
feel like
wild. But so many people were like thinking it because of the picture. Like there's detectives out there where they're like, she posted this picture this day and her nails were different.
the
And
nails gave her away so many times.
yeah, the nails gave her
Mhm.
away. But
Yep.
I still think it didn't give people the satisfaction of seeing her.
Yeah, to not talk
pregnancy.
about it. Yeah, to like literally not address it and just like pop up with a YouTube video of it, I think
Mhm.
was so iconic, even if people caught on to her like before that happened. Because even now, like, and I also not saying people didn't do this before her, but like I feel like she really did kind of start like a maybe movement's a little dramatic, but like I feel like there are a lot more celebrities now that like try to like keep their pregnancy and their babies like private, you
Yeah.
know? So not to say that she like started that, but like
Yeah.
at the time that she did that, people weren't really doing that in my opinion.
Yeah. I saw Chloe's trying to stop showing Dream. Is that her name?
Mhm.
She's like trying to stop
I
showing
know
her.
Chloe's is True.
True.
Chloe, yeah. Dream is
Oh,
Rob's daughter
okay.
with Black
So
China.
one of those. I don't know which one it was, but one of
Yeah,
them
there's a
wants
lot of
to
them.
stop showing them. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, well, Kim and Courtney should take note of that because
For
their
real.
children run amok on the
Yeah,
internet.
they do. They're nuts. Nuts.
I always like the like clips where North is calling Kim out. Like there's one where she's using the makeup and she's like, "Mom, you literally never use this makeup." And it's her like promoting her own makeup line. Like I just think it's so funny when North calls her out.
I know. She's like a hater. I love it. It's so
Mhm. Yeah, North is literally Kim's biggest hater,
funny.
and I
Mhm.
think it's so funny. I
She
think it's so funny.
Yeah, she's something else. And they're like TikToks together. I'm like, this is actual chaos.
I also just like couldn't
Chaotic.
imagine being in Kim Kardashian's home for one moment. Like imagine being a child raised there. That's got to be
No.
insane. Even just like how big the house is. Like you can't
Yes.
just like quickly go run and grab your
No.
mom. Like
That's what I was thinking about too, because like there's that one clip I have in my head of Kim in bed and she like comes into the room filming her and it's just so massive. I'm like, oh my God, it's so big.
yeah, her house is
Look at Buggy's
insane.
tail. I was cracking up
I
earlier because his tail was just whoop, whoop.
there him did. He's got all of his babies back there.
Oh my God. Where'd he
Oh,
go? What the heck?
he just came to this side. Look.
He said, do you want to see my
Go ahead,
disappearing
that's
act?
you.
That was his disappearing act.
I know that was actually really funny.
That was funny.
That means maybe we should add that to your resume.
Talented and gifted. Oh my God, you know what I'm craving right now? That
Ooh.
sausage, egg, and cheese from
Ooh, Essentials.
Oh my God, that's all I want.
That's where this coffee's from. Mm. I love it there.
I
I actually
love
haven't gotten
it.
food there since you've been down.
Oh my God. Hi, you're awake now too. You know it's
I
the
know
end of
Nugs is
the
like, okay,
episode.
you guys are done now, right?
Like, anyway, let's go out.
Yeah, anyway, let's go OUT. Okay, well, that was our trip down memory lane for some of the most iconic pop culture moments. We would love to know what you remember. We would love to know what you also remember from our list and maybe some things that we forgot. And everything that you need to know will be linked in the show notes. And come hang out with us on Instagram, and we'll talk to you next week.
We can't wait.
Can't wait. Talk to you then.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for hanging. If you aren't sick of us yet, jump over to the Socially Unfiltered Pod Instagram.
Check out the Social Media Manager Blueprint.
And everything else you'll need can be found in the show notes.
And we'll see you next Monday.